And they're off. Favorite gets out very well. Wildwood enough to show the pace from Fergie Attack, who splits. Here comes hightailing it to get an uncontested lead early. Inside run for Border Star, who's in that clump of three right behind the leader. Backing out is Classy Action. Then Don't Tell Alice, and way out the back, Awesome and Sweet has given them a 15-length head start. On the lead is hightailing it, Victor Santiago by just a half a length from Wildwood Enough and Rainier Arietta, poised to pounce on the outside. Border Star doesn't have the lead and is pretty much throwing in the towel now and is passed by Fergie Attack on the far outside, and nothing from Don't Tell Alice and Awesome and Sweet. They're way out the back. Around the turn they go. They're just about finished and into the stretch with 2 furlongs to roll. It's hightailing it. Contested by no one right now, under a hands and heels ride, and it's all hightailing it by 2. Here comes Wildwood Enough. Border Star is resurgent past the final furlong pole, but it's hightailing it by 2 lengths and will roll to an easy win in the opening race. Hightailing it. And Victor Santiago by 2 1/4 from Border Star, then Fergie Attack and a weary Wildwood Enough. Into the winner's circle. Welcome back. Number 3, hightailing it, and jockey Victor Santiago. Owned by Jody Durham, trained by Mike Durham. She's a 3-year-old daughter of Escaper out of the Street Cry mare, Violet Rose. And they're off. Ooh, stumbling start, about 5 strides away from the gate. Out of the irons is Alex Bendezu aboard the 5. Skip Away Carter almost fell, so he's out of the race pretty much. On the lead, it's Run the Table. Flanked on the outer by Fast Cross Traffic and wider to St. Louis Louis. Those are the top 3. Then way back we have Truest. Has to be closing in today. On the Money Red runs up into 5th and now back in sorts. Here comes Skip Away Carter on a rush out of last, and we have 3 by 3 as they head past the 3/8 mile mark. On the outside, St. Louis Louis by a head. Fast Cross Traffic, Run the Table, bows out and runs a little bit tight along the inside. Here comes a belated run from Truest with 2 furlongs to go. Outside of Truest is On the Money Red, and that horrible beginning has Skip Away Carter out the back. They head past the 3/16, and it's St. Louis Louis by just over a length from Fast Cross Traffic. Truest is gaining up into 3rd, might hit the board in 2nd, but there's no catching St. Louis Louis. It's a Victor Santiago daily double. Truest gets 2nd, On the Money Red was 3rd, and Fast Cross Traffic was 4th. Race number 2, number 6, St. Louis Louis, and jockey Victor Santiago. Co-owned by Charles Ritter and Scott Becker, trained by Scott Becker. He's a 3-year-old gelded son of Galib out of St. Louis City by City Place. And they're off and running. Clean break for all. They sprint past the 7.5 furlong pole, and it's Ready Redding. On the underneath side, the speed of its Bellamy Time, and no quicker around turn number 1 than the inside runner, Prince of Mayhem, and Alex Bendezu to dictate terms. 3/4 back to Great Plains in 2nd. 3rd is the speed, it's Bellamy Time, all alone in 3rd. Outside in 4th, about 4 paths on the inside fence, is Ready Redding, who's well flared out. Copper Crossing, not flashing any speed today, is back in 5th, and last down the backstretch, past the 5 furlong to go, Mike's Lady trails by double digits. 24 1/5 of a second. So a quick early go for Prince of Mayhem and Great Plains. Still 1 and 2 out together. On the move is Ready Redding on the top side of its Bellamy Time, who's back and forth. Copper Crossing now's given his cue, but nowhere to go. Has off-ramp traffic to the freeway and has absolutely stopped. Ready Redding is now about to move past Copper Crossing, but on the lead, and the half-mile fell in 48 flat. New leader. It's going to be on the outside. Ready Redding out by a half length over Prince of Mayhem. Getting going from the far outside is Mike's Lady. Inside bowing out its Bellamy Time. Copper Crossing not without say, and last desperately is Great Plains. They go towards the final furlong grounds. Ready Redding gonna have to fend off Mike's Lady, who means business. Bowing out Prince of Mayhem, and Copper Crossing will finish in the trifecta. But deep stretch, Ready Redding. It's Mike's Lady. It's Mike's Lady. Yes, in front by 3/4 of a length from Ready Redding. Into the winner's circle steps number 5, Mike's Lady, winner of tonight's 3rd race. Ridden to victory by Victor Balin, co-owned by Harry Lynch and Ron Couch. Harry Lynch is your winning trainer. Mike's Lady is a 5-year-old daughter of Joyance by Pulpit, bred in Florida by Orleana Farm. The filly beats the boys in the third, and they're off. Very tangled beginning for the 3 Triple Chrome out the back, letting them fight it out. To the front goes Awesome Willie, also a surprise. Imperial Moment's going to contest early. And on the inside, asked for a little bit of pace, is Troy Ounce and Victor Balin. So it's Troy Ounce, Imperial Moment, and wider to Awesome Willie to fight it out. Well conserved and well back. Empty Holster and a dawdling start for Triple Chrome. They're back out together by almost 9 lengths in back of the front-running trio. Not much between them. Troy Ounce, Imperial Moment right together, and on the far outside is Awesome Willie, then a break of about 7.5 to the speedy Triple Chrome, who's asked to catch just a little bit closer to the front-running trio, and still just loping along is Empty Holster, out by about 9 lengths off the speed. And there is some pace as well. The half mile in 48.1. It's Troy Ounce, out by a half a length. It's Awesome Willie to go right on by. Fighting for everything that he has is Imperial Moment, about to bow out. Now moving on up from far back is Empty Holster, and bowing out is Triple Chrome. Fighting it out throughout towards the quarter pole. On the outside, Awesome Willie. On the inside, Troy Ounce, 3/4 in 1/13 4/5 of a second. A wide gamble to Empty Holster, who's trying to get up but can't so far. There's the final furlong grounds here. Awesome Willie, Troy Ounce. Awesome Willie has taken the lead up into third down the crown of the course is Empty Holster, but it's too late. Too late to catch Awesome Willie, and a triple for Victor Santiago. Troy Ounce ran a good one for second. Empty Holster was third. Moving back into the winner's enclosure, 8-5, second choice of the wagerers. Number 5, Awesome Willie and jockey Victor Santiago with a riding triple. It's a double for Charles Ritter and Scott Becker. Scott doubles also as trainer. They're in the gate. Flag is up. And they're off. A Merry Heart with a good jump. Campese now takes over. Right between, both come Hillbilly Logic and the gray Wildwood Ministry as your odds board favorite. They run as 1 and 2nd. Back and forth is a Merry Heart. Another length and a half to Mo Dazzle with a late run, and Blaine Terry's out the back. Only about 8 lengths separate this group as they wheel past the half mile in 22 3/5 of a second, and Campese is isolated on the lead with Alex Bendezu out by 2. From both Wildwood Ministry, and on the top side of Wildwood Ministry comes Hillbilly Logic and apprentice Book Bays, who has the mindset to go, and it's right behind Campese. Hillbilly Logic backing out Wildwood Ministry. Here comes Mo Dazzle with a belated run. A Merry Heart is stuck to the fence, and way out the back is Blaine Terry. Nothing much between the top two. Campese, Hillbilly Logic. Down the crown of the course is Mo Dazzle, who is stagnant. New leader deep at stretch. It's Hillbilly Logic. Brook Bays throwing it down. You gotta come catch me, fellas, and it ain't gonna happen. Give it to Brooke aboard Hillbilly Logic to win by just about 2.5. Blaine Terry with a late run for second. Welcome back to the winner's enclosure. A well-traveled Hillbilly Logic and jockey Brooke Bays, owned by All In Stables LLC, conditioned by Marianne Howard. Hillbilly Logic has some British blood. 5-year-old gelded son of elusive quality out of the British Glass House by the British Showcasing. Bred in Kentucky by Mr. Wesley Ward. The winning time, 1:12 4/5 of a second. 10-cent super, $49 and change. Mid-card pick 3, 5, 5, and 3 with races 3, 4, and 5. 3 of 3, just shy of $100. Just about set. And they're off. A good dispatch. Primity won the jump and gets clear, and there goes Tense. Tense wants it and has it. Followed up by Momstown outside to Cantu, who's very, very close up. Then way back to Primity, who runs back in a joint fourth with the runner Julin, who's going up along the inside fence and means business tonight. Out the back is Lucian per usual and has company in that of Primity. On the lead is Momstown, and Victor Santiago looking for a four-bagger. 23 seconds flat in the opening stanza. Here comes Cantu and Victor Balin up into second on top of Tents, who bows out just a bit. Might be resurgent later on down the stretch. Julin is a front running fourth tonight. And then Primity and way out the back, late running Lucian, double digits. 2 furlongs from home as they straighten away here in the sixth and the final pick three. Outside Cantu. Momstown hugs the rail, but it's Cantu and Victor Balin out by 2. On the move late is Julin, but there's no catching Cantu and Victor Balin, who are loose on the lead. Cantu bet odds on at 4-5. Beat Julin, a fading Momstown, and per usual, Lucian. Welcome back to the winner's enclosure. Winner of tonight's sixth race, number 4 Cantu and jockey Victor Balin with a riding double. Owned by Sharon Morgan, trained by John Wainwright, 3-year-old daughter of Can the Man, out of the Noble Causeway mare, Cosgood. Bred in Illinois by Dr. Terry Morgan. Congratulations to all the connections winning the sixth race. The one was a scratch from race. And they're off. Sprinting beginning for Wildcat Bobby, and there goes She Stuck Up with the early pace with Think Blue. So across the track early, She Stuck Up will be widest of all runners, past the 7 furlong mark, and now goes back to third. Underneath, Wildcat Bobby has company, and Think Blue and Corey Orman, they want it and they have it, and they'll cross and clear in front of Wildcat Bobby. Back in third and moving up is She Stuck Up, a joint second. Well back in fourth is Carson Reserve, and then loping along from far back is Julie Liaison, and My Morning Gal, first timer at the distance, trails by 10. 24 2/5 of a second. It's all Think Blue out by 2. Wildcat Bobby second. Third and attentive to the pace is She Stuck Up. And then a chasm back to nothing yet from Carson Reserve, who loses a little bit of action, to My Morning Gal, who moves underneath and upwards. And it's Julie Liaison to soon be out of last on a retreating Carson Reserve. The half mile, 48 seconds. They go past the 3/8 mile mark around turn number 2. Wildcat Bobby, Javier Diego, here She Stuck Up, back into it and wider. Bowing out is Think Blue, on the move My Morning Gal. Julie Liaison is now fifth and chugging on up, and out the back is Carson Reserve. They straighten away down the lane in the 7th, and it's all She Stuck Up and Wildcat Bobby right together. My Morning Gal is third, and prominent fourth is Julie Liaison, but has to make up too much ground. On the outside, She Stuck Up. Inside, Wildcat Bobby. My Morning Gal is desperate and sprinting clear. She's Stuck Up to win. My Morning Gal, a good second. Then it was Wildcat Bobby and Julie Liaison. Welcome back, winner of race number 7. Back-to-back wins for number 4, She Stuck Up, and jockey Victor Balin with a riding 3-bagger. This one's co-owned by Bernard McDonald and Miles McDonald, trained by Bernard McDonald. She Stuck Up is a 6-year-old gray daughter of Graydar out of the Tis Wonderful mare Malibu Style. And they're off. Slow start for Thacker from out very well and hustled is Lord Shaftesbury from Safe Your Odds on Gamble. Now moves back to positive territory. Uncle OG is third, on hold in fourth is LeGroux after a good beginning. And that one's passed by My Kind of Teton into fourth as they settle down. Out the back are Braska and Thacker from. In the get-out race this Saturday Eve, the favorite is not on the lead. It is Lord Shaftesbury right between Uncle OG, and on the outside is Safe, who's trying to get loose of the rest, settles back in third. On the move from back is LeGroux in the purple, who starts the motor. My Kind of Teton is committed to the rail run. Outside that one is Braska, and still out the back getting a snootful is Thacker from. They ran the first quarter in 23 2.5 and 47 3/5 of a second. They spin on in past the 3:30 mark. Outside LeGroux. Here comes My Kind of Teton, 4 deep and way out the back. Braska is gaining up good ground. Inside Uncle OG has to do better and is LeGroux, and this one spit out there is Lord Shaftesbury and got to be stood up on and is out of the race. It's deep stretch. Uncle OG outside. It's Braska. As we welcome back to the winner's enclosure, winner of the 8th and final tonight, number 5, Braska, and jockey Alexander Bendezu. Owned by Geraldine Smith, trained by Marvel Straub. 5-year-old gelded son of Street Strategy.